Thank you for tuning in with Sports and Things. This is your host, B.
This is your host, Ty. Tonight we're going to discuss how fantastic Kyle Kuzma did. He made 17 points in the third quarter. He ended up with 23 points. Kyle Kuzma has been doing an amazing job this year. After leaving the Lakers, it just seems like he's just a whole nother player. And it leaves the question is, was he always a good player and he just didn't have really room for error at a team like the Los Angeles Lakers that just expect you to just be ready to be great, or did he just have stage fright at a big stage like the Los Angeles Lakers?
I believe that Kyle Kuzma has always been the same player, inconsistent. I believe by also going to the Wizards with low expectation on what they need to do, I feel like he's flourishing. Because he had time with the Lakers last season with LeBron going down, and he was out for that stretch of a time where he had a huge amount of minutes, and he wasn't.
He did have some 20-point games.
Yeah, but
exactly.
Then he had the inconsistent in his game. So I see here in the last 5 games he averaged 23. Not average, but this was his points in the last 5 games: 23, 22, 15, 12, and 9. And what that tells me is the 9, the 12, and the 15 inconsistent, right? Then you hit 22. That's when everybody's eyes get open. Oh, well, he got a 20-point game. 23, their eyes is wide open. He really is playing on the Wizards with nobody. You know, Bill went down. Bill is not coming back for the rest of the season. I guess he opted out to go for his all-in surgery to be done with. So the Wizards that started hot in the beginning of the NBA is very cold right now. I'm not saying they're not going to make the playoffs. They're going to for sure probably get a playoff spot. But Kyle Kuzma, inconsistencies has always been my biggest worry.
It definitely been something that plagued his reputation in Los Angeles. Now that he's averaging 16 points right now, is it a real 16 point? Like, can he really average 16 points on any team?
Well,
or can he average 16 points on a team with no expectations?
It went 15, 12, and 9. That's the concerning part to me.
Exactly.
If I'm judging you for your last 5 games, how did you have 9 points in one of your games? How did you have 12 points in one of your games?
And the minutes decrease.
And how did you have? He still had the same amount of minutes, right? And how did he get 15 points? So we're gonna do like this: 4 quarters in each NBA game. So he had 9 points in one of the games. So that's 3, 6, 9. That means he made 3 points in each quarter. That's ridiculous. Then the next game he made 4, 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 3 points in the fourth quarter. So what that tells me is inconsistent. He's too big. He can play small forward. He can even play power forward in certain spots. And to just have 9, 12, and 15, that's just to me ridiculous. Which you don't have a dominant ball handler on your team, and you don't have a dominant player that needs the ball on the floor with you at right now. Because Bradley Beal, he's out. So to me, it's cool. To me, his inconsistency has always plagued his career. It's that one moment we hear
flashes of greatness.
Oh yeah, my God, Cal, what they was calling him in L.A. Kuzmania.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kuzmania. Puma went all in, was all happy, and then it fell flat like a soda you leave out overnight without the cap.
Okay, so if you had to cast your vote for most improved player, would you cast your vote for him, or would you think like it's just a fluke? He does good and then he just
I just feel like since every player lead the Lakers and they do some type of maybe a little bit successful, people rain so much praise on that, so he gets more spotlight. So I don't really feel like he most improved. I feel like he this is the same Kyle Kuzma that was on the Lakers. Remember, when the Lakers was doing bad, nobody's talking about that. So when he left the Lakers and he having a 23-point game, which he's supposed to be in the 23-point rhythm in his style of play. So I wouldn't pick Kyle Kuzma as the most improved player. I would pick him as I like how he can possibly one day improve, become an all-star one day if he can be consistent. But most improved player for this season, he would not get a vote from me at all.
I feel the same way. Just he's too inconsistent. But that's our rant today about Kyle Kuzma. And like we always say,
I'm on the West Coast. Peace.